Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and this is your home of KBO and NPB baseball. We're going to have Jason Radowitz, winners, losers. But I love the way we're mixing things up with first five, team total over. There was plenty winners, and there was a few losers to throw in there. And just when you thought you could trust the Lions, although I've been saying you can't trust them, they blow a 6-0 lead. Now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button, ring the bell. You ring the bell means that we can let you know when there's any content and you will never miss it again. Also, if you press the link in the description, it will take you to Jay's articles where there's other winners, not just the winners that he talks about on the show. So go over there and you'll see other writers on other sports and you'll have a great time. And remember to scout around for the best value. Don't be taking minus 150 when someone else is offering you minus 120. Jay, let's go to the Lions because you know what I think of them, and it's just you can't blow a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy this morning. Along with the entire slate in the KBO, a lot of crazy upsets, a lot of crazy games. We're going now 4 or 5 games in tomorrow's slate are actually rubber games. So 4 games will decide the series victory tomorrow, which will be really exciting. So in this game, we've got Kiwoom and Samsung Lions going. Another really tough game because Eric Jokic is on the mound for Kiwoom, and he's been one of the better starters in the league, if not the best starter in the league. Has a 1.3 ERA and a 3.04 FIP. He's faced Samsung twice.
Jay, we haven't got to that game yet. I'm just saying to you about the Lions. Look at you. You're like Usain Bolt in the 100 meters getting ready to go. Again, I'm going to have to give you that little yellow card as a false start. You are absolutely champion at the bit. But listen, remember everyone else, you are our second guest. So if you've got some great stories, you've got some leans, throw them in the chat and then we can have a chat. We'll throw them all in the mix and we'll come out with the winners. Jay, as you're just like raring to go, South Korea, KBO, first game, and it's the Giants against the Eagles, and the Giants, well, they got the job done and back for the Eagles' defeats.
Fair enough. So we're going to a different game, Giants and Eagles. In this game, we had the Giants actually win this morning. They actually hit 2 pulled well, like we had predicted earlier in the show yesterday. I like the Giants again in this one against Hanwha Eagles. Again, it's obviously really hard to back the Eagles in any way, shape, or form. We got Adrian Sampson on the mound for the Lotte Giants. Got a 6.06 ERA, but a 4.6 FIP. Going up against Kim Bum-soo, has a 3.6 ERA and a 5.54 FIP. Sampson hasn't been that great this season. I think we expected more out of him than we've gotten this season. And Bum-soo, he pitched versus Lotte in relief. In his last outing in relief against Lotte, he allowed 2 runs in 2 innings. He walked 4 and struck out 3 in those 2 innings. So, again, Lotte, they've seen him. He's pitched against them twice in relief. They hit him that second time they faced him. So, yeah, I would lean towards Lotte. It's minus 180 at this point, over 9.5 as it also as a lean. This game is hard for me to back either one. I don't like Lotte at minus 180 with a guy with a 6.06 ERA like Sampson on the mound, but I do think Lotte is a better team. So if you had to make a play, I'd go Lotte minus 180, but I can't guarantee minus 1.5 will hit in this one.
Yeah, I would. Minus 1.5 against the Eagles, just play it all the time. 8 times out of 10, you're going to come up trumps the Eagles. They're there to be beat up upon. Okay, let's go for the Wiz and the Tigers. And yesterday we had over 4.5. That came in. So we're going to go again with the Wiz and the Tigers, but where's the angle, Jay?
Yeah, we had the Wiz in that game and got the win there. I like Kia as an official play in this one, minus 150. Hopefully it goes a little bit lower before everyone locks in their plays. But I like Kia in this as an official play. Drew Gagney's on the mound, obviously a former Mets pitcher, obviously has some attachment to him. But again, Gagney's been one of the better pitchers in the league, a 3.77 ERA and a 2.90 FIP, which is top 5 in the league out of starters and might even be top 3. Haven't checked the standings after Straley went this morning. But, he's been phenomenal. Faced KT once already this season, allowed no runs, 3 hits, and struck out 8 in that game. Byung Wook's on the mound for KT. He's started 2 games, pitched in 2 games of relief, has a 4.08 ERA, a 4.35 FIP. He pitched against Kia in relief, allowed 1 run in 2 innings, but he's also allowed 1 run at least 1 run in every game he's pitched this season. 22-year-old rookie going up against Gagnon, who's had success even in the major league level. I like Kia here at -150. I'd even look at under 4.5 for KT in terms of their team total.
Jay Art says, what about the Wiz over 4? And Rohill said, anyone else get crushed by the Lions? Rohill, calm yourself down. We'll get to that game in a minute. But what about the Wiz over 4, Jay?
No, I like under 4.5 for Gagnon and what he's been able to do with Kia this season. Has a 2.9 FIP, so he's been a little bit unlucky this season. So if you're looking at Gagnon saying, okay, maybe he's letting a couple more runs here and there, he's actually been unlucky, and that will likely regress towards the middle and end of the season. I like Gagnon here. He destroyed KT in his first matchup against them. Like I said, went 7 innings, allowed no runs on 3 hits, and struck out 8 while walking 0. Looking at that, I'd be really scared to play KT over any number. But again, I'd stick with Kia -150 and just call it a day.
Okay, just be careful of them bullpens. Daniel says he's going with you, but he's going to play the first 5. This is everything I want you to do, because obviously you are the second member of the chat, but I want you to put in there and see how your angles are changing. Are you now going first 5 because you can't like rely on them bullpens to come in and get the job done from a winning position? Are you one of those that wakes up in the morning and sees the scores, or are you also one of those that you can live bet it so you can actually adjust? I think that's probably the best way to go, even though it's in the middle of the night. LG Twins versus the Doosan Bears. I like both these sides for longevity. I like to be on the both sides of them, Jay.
Yeah, I like this game a lot, and it's been a fun series so far. We've been on the wrong side of this game both times so far, but we're gonna third time's a charm, as they say. So we're going with Doosan at -140 as an official play. I'd even look at under 9 in this matchup as a lean. Yeah, Tyler Wilson on the mound for LG Twins, and he started 10 games this season, has a 4.47 ERA and a 4.01 FIP. Wilson kind of been erratic this season, hasn't been nearly as good as you'd expect. In his last game against Samsung Lions, he allowed 8 runs, 3 were earned. But if you look at his box scores, if you look at his full volume of work throughout the entire season, yeah, there hasn't been too many games where he's allowed less than 2 runs. So you're banking on Doosan to score a couple runs in this game. And then Raul Alcantara's on the mound for Doosan. He's actually not talked about at all, but he's 7-1 on the year, 3.45 ERA and a 3.85 FIP. Alcantara is 7-0 in his last 10 starts. So 7 wins, 3 no decisions. He's looked really good throughout the last 10 games. His first game of the season, he actually lost against the LG Twins, but he bounced back against the LG Twins in his second start against them and pitched really well. I think he went 8 innings in that game and got the win. So I'd expect that from Alcantara in this one. He looks like he's probably the most consistent pitcher in the KBO right now with the way he's pitching, and he's pitched really well against the LG Twins in his last outing. Wilson, scary the last couple of outings, and I'd stay away. So I like Doosan here, -140 is an official play.
Yeah, I'm glad you said official, because there's a few people in the chat that are also going official with you. Bruce Stewart said Doosan bounce back. Check. Maxwell Salt says Flash. I'm with Jay all the way. He is the maestro. I'm putting words in Maxwell's mouth. But you just stay away from that thumbs down if you love Jay's work. Then put the thumbs up, please. Now, the NC Dinos against the SK Wyverns. NC sit at the top of the table, and yet the Wyverns get the win, Jay.
Yeah, that was a weird game. Again, you remember when I talked about it this game yesterday? I said the line it doesn't really favor NC. They're not a -200 favorite in this game, but I said I think they'll come ahead and win this game, so I'll parlay it just to make the line better. Well, that backfired 100%. I was right. I was half right, but I was fully wrong on the bet, which made it really bad. But at the end of the
really
day,
bad.
We talked about how that game.
I don't care how wrong you are.
So,
I love it when you're wrong, but the bet is right.
Yeah, so that was kind of funny. Jiang Wook is a really good pitcher. He's pitching really well for SK. But this one, we have Ricardo Pinto on the mound for SK, an import pitcher for the Wyverns, who he's allowed 4.8 walks per 9 innings, which is when you're allowing 5 walks per 9 innings, that's just considered awful. That's just brutal. But then Choi Sung Young, on the other hand, for the Dinos, he has an FIP of 7.37, which means that he's been a little bit lucky with a 5.7 ERA. So either way, 5.7 ERA, or 7.37 FIP. No matter how you look at those numbers, he's been awful this season through 4 games started and five and one relief appearance as well. So I like the over 9.5 in this matchup. I think the Dinos, their offense was really shaky this morning, but I think it'll bounce back in a rubber game. I think that they're much more they'll be much more ready to go in this one against Pinto, who's so erratic and throwing just balls all over the place. Doesn't strike out batters much at all either. I like the over 9.5 in this one. I'd even look at maybe NC over 5.5 as a team total if you just want to side with one team. But I think this game goes over 9.5. SK Wyverns, their offense has been a little bit better as of late. Still, the SK Wyverns. So if you'd rather just take the Dinos at over 5.5, that's fair too.
Terrell Miller in the chat is like, so is this an unders? What am I? Some kind of clairvoyant? What game are you talking about, Terrell? Because then you come on to say overs or unders. Can you just say, is this an overs game? And then put the game next to it so that then I can ask Jay, because we're rattling through these games and I want to get you the information as quickly as possible. So just put the game in there again, Terrell, if you'd be so kind. And we're going to go to the Lions and the Heroes. I'm not going to even mention that Lions were 6-0. Oh, 6-0, and they come up with an L. Come on, Jay.
Yeah, I'm going to go on a limb and say the Samsung Lions will not be scoring 6 runs in this game. Eric Jokic on the mound for Kiwoom, 1.3 ERA like we talked about just before the show. Goes back to it now, but 3.04 FIP. And then Bayak Jung Hayun for Samsung going on the mound, 5.23 ERA and a 5.68 FIP. Jokic has faced the Samsung Lions twice already this season. He has a .75 ERA, but he's also 1-1 in his record. So little interesting little tidbit there where .75 ERA, but he's still 1-1. However, Jung Hayun, he faced Kiwoom once this season. He has a 0 ERA with a win. So both these starters have pitched really well against each other, against the opposition recently. So yeah, Kiwoom's a big favorite in this one. I don't agree that they're that big of a favorite, especially with the way Jung Hayun pitched against Kiwoom in his first outing against them. I would probably lean towards Samsung in terms of value. I think Kiwoom will probably win, but Samsung got so much more value in that game, especially since they're 13-13 on the road this season. So it's pretty, and they're one of the only teams that are dominating on the run line this season in the KBO. So yeah, I would look at Samsung as a value play. Wouldn't touch it personally. Also look at under 8.5 in this one. But again, Samsung and Kiwoom, their offenses have both been killing it the first 2 games. So what do I know at this point? Under 8.5, but at this point, who knows?
Leave it. The Lions are involved. Leave it. The Heroes, probably the form side still over the last couple of weeks. And that's even with a couple of L's thrown in there. And Terrell Miller, yes, over the Dinos. It's at 9.5. Shop around. You might get 9. Give me your official plays in the KBO, please, Jay.
Yeah, so we're going to go with Kia at -150 over the KT Wiz. We'll also take over 9.5 on the Dinos and Wyverns game. And then we'll also look at Doosan at -140 as an official play over the LG Twins.
Okay, that's 3 official plays in the KBO. Come on, KBO. We've been loyal to you. If that time you let us have a clean sweep, 3-0. Now we go to the game 3 of 6 in the Pacific, which is the NPB. And we're going to start with the Marines and the Lions. And one of these, they're desperate for 1 run, never mind winning a game.
Yeah, we had the over in this game, and it just didn't even come close to cashing like it did in the first game. Daiaki Iwashida's on the mound for Lotte, and he has a 1.69 ERA. Start the season in 2 games, 10.2 innings pitched, 10 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 runs, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. So he's looked pretty good with a 1.03 whip. And then Kazuki Honda's on the mound for the Seibu Lions, has a 3.72 ERA in 2 games, 9.2 innings, 10 hits, allowed 4 earned runs, 5 runs, 7 strikeouts, and 1 walk, but 3 home runs. So Honda, he has a career ERA of 5.06, and Iwashida has a career ERA of 3.66. I think this game is pretty close, especially when odds makers are putting it as basically a pick'em game for the most part. So I would look at Lotte at -110. It's a lean at this point, but I think that Yoshida is a much better pitcher than Honda. So I look at Lotte at -110 as a lean. Also over 8.5. Although it didn't cash this morning, I think it'll cash again like it did in the first game.
Okay, I've got some. I think I've got some sad news here. DLVS Cat in the chat says there's no love for me in Taiwan or Japan. Is that you just sharing that? Is that a bit of your personal life that you feel as if you have to get out? There's plenty of love here for you, DLV. So listen, chin up. Listen, there's got to be someone out there for you. Just keep pounding away. Now we're going to go to Hawks and the Eagles, and the Eagles for me are probably one of the best sides. Jay?
Yeah, the Eagles are one of the best sides, except they have their worst pitcher on the mound, or at least in the first two games. Takahiro Shiomi's on the mound in 2 games, a 10.61 ERA. He's allowed 13 hits in 9.1 innings, 11 runs, 6 walks, 3 home runs, and just 4 strikeouts. So he's walking more than striking out. Allowed 3 home runs in just 2 games, and has a whip of 2.04, which is just really, really bad in the first 2 games. Opponents are hitting Shiomi with a batting average of .371 in the first 2 games, and those walks were all issued in that second game. So let me just say this: I don't think the walks will be an issue for Shiomi. 6 walks were in that one game. Didn't have any walks in that first game, and in his career hasn't been that bad in terms of walks. But that batting average is what's scary. Going up against Van Den Herk of SoftBank Hawks. And Van Den Herk, he's actually a former Major League pitcher. Pitched, just last season with the Tigers in the Tigers system. Had a great first outing, but his second outing was a little shaky. He now has a 4.97 ERA in 2 games. In 12.2 innings, he's allowed 7 earned runs, 2 home runs, but has 10 strikeouts and 3 walks. But if you look at his opponent's batting average, they're just hitting 2.205 against him. And his career record in the NPB, I'm sorry, I got that confused. He didn't play for the Tigers right away. He's actually got a 42-17 career record in the NPB, but he was former in the majors, a while back. But I like SoftBank here at -140 as a lean, but I also think my official play will be the SoftBank Hawks team total at over 4.5 against Shiomi, who's been really bad as of late. So Van Den Herk, he's not the other guy we're talking about was Verhagen. We'll talk about him next. He's the guy that just pitched. Got those 2 confused, but Van Den Herk's been really good in the NPB with a 42-17 record in the NPB.
Is it safe to go over the total in the game as well? Because you know what the Eagles are like. They can smash that ball. Now, if we think that the Hawks can maybe contribute 5, then what have we got? We've got maybe 9.5, 10 as the total?
Yeah, and right now SoftBank's actually supposed to be the favorite. So I think the total is really 9 or something around there with Rakuten as underdogs in this one. So it might even be 3.5. But like I said, Van Den Herk, he's a solid pitcher and has a .95 whip, which is excellent for the first 2 games. I think he rebounds in this one. I think he shuts down the Eagles in this one. I like SoftBank all the way in this one.
And have you got a lean on the under over for the whole full game for when the bullpens get in and start chucking them house bricks?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would go over because I like SoftBank to score at least 5 runs. So can the Eagles score 3 or 4 runs? Probably. But maybe not, with Ben Herk on the mound. So that's why I'm leaning away from worrying about what Ben Herk does and just worrying about what Shiomi does, because what Shiomi has done has been pathetic.
Ryan Keefe, you little devils. He's saying, so after all that, it's Rakuten is the play, and he's laughing out loud because he's being very facetious. But Ryan, I tell you what, many a true word said in jest, The Rakuten Eagles, they don't mess about. They find a way to win, just like the Lions find a way to lose. The last game is now the Buffaloes and the Fighters. The Buffaloes get that little win. You think, come on then, Buffaloes. And then the Fighters just put them in their place again.
Yeah, so I was talking about Verhagen when I was talking about Van Den Herk. They both have like the Ver last name. So yeah, anyway, Verhagen, again, he has plenty of MLB experience and he's dominated the Eagles in his first start. He had a bad second start on the season, but his batting average against is just .238, going up against Tachiya Yamazaki, who has just started 1 game this season, has a .316 opponent's batting average in that first game. I like Nippon as an official play at -125 over the Orix Buffaloes. both these teams are probably going to be towards the bottom of the standings when it's all said and done. But Nippon, they're coming off of already 10 hits in this morning's game. I think that they'll be able to score 5, 6 runs. So I'd even look at leaning towards Nippon over 4.5 the team total against Yamasaki, who's more of a minor league pitcher. In his first game, he allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 homers, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. So there's nothing really too special about Yamazaki and the Buffalo's pitching staff. So I like Nippon at minus 125 in this one.
Minus 125, and we're going to go over 4.5 team total on the fighters as well. Listen, 65 of you, that's massive. We've been having 29 and 30 live. We've gone up over 100%. Now listen, but there's only 27 of you have given the thumbs up. So do me a favour, eh? Put the thumbs up for Jay, because I know that he lays awake at night if he hasn't got all them thumbs up. Okay, so official plays, please, in the NPB. Game 3 of 3 in the Pacific Division, please, Jay.
So we're going to go with SoftBank with a team total of 4.5. That's the SoftBank Hawk team total 4.5 over. We'll also look at Nippon at minus 125 over the Orix Buffaloes.
Yeah, okay, no worries at all. Daniel, I know what you're getting when you're saying, we're talking about the Rakuten Eagles. That's just me and Ryan, because we're just going a bit left field. But it is to go with the Hawks, team total over 4.5. Okay, let's go in the Central Division. It's the final game of the series. It's game 3 of 3. And we're going to go Dragons and the Swallows.
Yeah, we've had official play in this game, I think, the last 2 days, but we're staying away from this game after a tie this morning in a 5-5 tie. We did have the Dragons team total over 3.5. The Dragons ended up scoring 3 runs in the first inning and scored again soon after, and that was really fun. We cashed the over team total at 6:11 in the morning, which is probably a new record for me in terms of cashing bets in the morning, which was really fun. But yeah, I like the Dragons here as a lean at minus 125. I'd also look at over 7.5 in this matchup. Yuichiro Okano is going for the Dragons. He's a rookie pitcher. He struggled a little bit in his last start, but he's got the stuff to be an ace in the future in this league. Went 10 innings, on 11 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 1 homer, 9 strikeouts, and 3 walks with a 1.4 whip in those 2 games. Kaiji Takahashi going for the Yakult Swallows. Takahashi has a 5.38 career ERA and a 5.76 ERA last season. Only allowed 2 runs this season so far in 10 innings pitched, on 7 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 4 walks. But if you look at his career stats, just have that feeling that he's going to blow up at some point, and this could be the one. So I would lean towards Dragons at minus 125 with their rookie pitcher on the mound, and I'd also lean towards over 7.5. The Dragons could even hit that on their own against Takahashi if things go as expected.
So what's the Dragons team total then? Surely that points to an over team total on the Dragons.
It's just 4.5. So definitely, if you want to look at that as well, a 4.5 over team total would definitely be a play as well in this game. That's a great play.
Excellent. Okay, and Kathy McMahon, I don't know if you know Kathy, sounds like she might be a family member, Jay, because she says, Jason, you are the CEO of Bankers, and we will be getting to the banker very shortly, Kathy. 31 thumbs up, 65, so we're at 50-50. I'll need a few more thumbs up just for Jay's appreciation, nothing to do with me. And we're going to go Tigers and Giants in the Central, please, Jay.
Yeah, this game's been rained out now twice in a row. Like I said, I keep waiting to see if Hanshin's offense can get going. But this pitching matchup, it just excites me too much that I'm just going to go out, make an official play on the Yomiuri Giants at minus 155. I don't care what Hanshin might do or what they can do. They're going up against Christopher Caristostamo, also has the nickname of Mercedes. So if you're trying to see the pitching matchups, it's Christopher Mercedes Christostamo. Sometimes it just goes by Mercedes, so don't get confused. The same guy. But Christostamo has a 5.19 ERA in 2 games, 8.2 innings pitched, allowed 5 runs on 12 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Also allowed 3 home runs, which is pretty bad. But if you look at his career numbers, 2.97 ERA in the NPB, and then going up against Onelki Garcia of Hanshin, who's been really bad in his first 2 starts this season, 7.45 ERA, 12 hits, 8 runs, 7 walks, and 6 strikeouts with 2 home runs. Garcia actually faced the Giants in his first start this season. So Hanshin and Giants are already playing their second series of the season. In that game, he went 3 innings, allowed 5 runs, and the Giants hit him with a .471 batting average in that game. Yeah, I like this matchup for the Giants, and also the over under is 7. I would easily lean towards over 7, and it might be an official play later, as Garcia has allowed 8 earned runs and 2 home runs with 7 walks in 2 games, and even Christoph Stamo, he's allowed 5 runs in 8.2 innings. Hasn't been great either. He's been better than Garcia, and I do like the Giants obviously as an official play, but over 7 seems ridiculous, and I would definitely look at that as well. And it might be an official play later.
Yes, one of the more favourable ones. And when you've got the Hanshin pitcher, he breeds confidence into the opposition batsman. So for me, I think you're on the right road. Over 7, -155. Just get on the Giants. Now the Carp against the Baystars, and the Carp obviously being rained off because they're at home in the rain anyway, in the water. But then they get the win.
Yeah, the Carp have been an exciting team when I'm not on them. When I'm on them, they're not exciting. They're just brutal. But that's why I'm not on them today. We're gonna hope that the Hiroshima can win. For anyone else who wants to back them, I'm staying away from them. So you guys are in luck. Hiroshima at -150 is a lean. I'd also look at over 4.5 for Hiroshima's team total. The over/under is actually 7.5 in this game. But the reason why I'd stay away from that over/under is because Masato Morishita is on the mound for Hiroshima. He's a rookie. He's looked tremendous in his first start. He's pitched 15.2 innings, allowed 13 hits, but just 3 runs, 15 strikeouts, and just 3 walks with a 1.02 whip in these first 2 games as a rookie. I like him a lot. And then Soichi Ono going for the Baystars has a 3.94 career ERA, had a 4.76 ERA last season. Just went 4 innings pitched in his first start this season, allowed 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, and no runs. But again, his career numbers say that he's going to allow a couple runs here and there with a 4.76 ERA last season. I like Hiroshima -150 as a lean, also over 4.5 for Hiroshima. But I would stay away from the over/under because Masato Morishita has been really good those first 2 games for Hiroshima.
Okay, the lads and lasses in the chat, they're starting to get the handle on this because they're saying, I'd like 2 bankers, please, Flash. Yeah, we would. We'd like parlay, please, Flash. Yeah, we would. So here we go. Jay, I want your officials in the central, and then I want you to maybe throw me in a little parlay, maybe only 2, maybe 3, but I definitely want 2 bankers.
Right, so we're going to go the Giants at -155 in this game against the Hanshin Tigers. Again, that would probably be one of the bankers, or that will be one of the bankers. Giants -155. I like that game, hoping it doesn't rain out because we really like that pitching matchup. I also like Nippon at -125 as the official banker that I was going in with. You want 2 bankers, the Giants will be the second banker, but the first banker is definitely Nippon. Drew Verhagen's been phenomenal in that first game against the Eagles. I think he'll bounce back from a shaky outing in that second game. I like Nippon at -125 over the Orix Buffaloes to be the other banker.
Yeah, love the Fighters. Over 4.5 team total, and also it's only -125 at the moment. So, I mean, listen, Buffaloes, they're all over the shop. Get on the Fighters. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. Now, if you have enjoyed it, please, we need you to subscribe, press the button, ring the bell. Ring the bell means that we will then notify you and you'll never miss any content again. And listen, Jay's done a great job here, but he also writes an article. So press a link in the description, go over and have a little read, and there might be a couple of selections over there that he's not actually mentioned here today. And he might even mention, do you remember Taiwanese baseball that we used to do, CPBL? Well, it might even be a mention of that. I can't guarantee it. But listen, Jay, let's go again tomorrow. New series tomorrow going into the weekend. So let's hope. I fancy a clean sweep is just round the corner. But listen, everyone in the chat, you're starting to get the hang of it now. On your way out, press the thumbs up. Let's hope we have plenty winners and losers. I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. You take care.